Hey guys, this is Dustin coming at you again with another review. Now, this is my first bottle that I've ever gotten from this house. It is a designer house, and typically you can find these fragrances directly at their store, but where I tend to find them is at rack stores like Marshall's, Ross, TJ Maxx, those types of places. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from the house of Banana Republic, and the fragrance I picked up was tobacco tonka bean. Now, to start off, this is what I'd call a cheapie, if you could find it at the rack stores. And I'll touch base on performance and longevity here in a minute, but you'll understand why I call it a cheapie and why I would definitely not recommend picking it up from the actual Banana Republic store itself. So, to start out with, they have a whole bunch of different fragrances in the line. This is the one I picked up at Marshall's out here in Oregon, and it's a 2.5 ounce, and I got it for just under $20. Now, on the top, you're gonna get kind of a spiced, sweet tobacco. If I could describe it, it's definitely synthetic, but the tobacco in this almost reminds me of how Calvin Klein CK Shock, the tobacco comes across in there is kind of a sweet with a little bit of spice in the background, but not like a pepper spice. But it's a soft, almost like wet tobacco. And then you get that tonka bean in the background. Now, I haven't had a chance to look up the notes in this, but just to throw this out there, I would say it is very linear. What you're going to get from the beginning is going to be the same as what you're going to get in the end. You're going to get that tobacco, you're going to get that tonka bean. Now, the tonka bean in here comes across almost like vanilla or almost like powdery, but on my skin, I get about 4 hours, and then it just becomes a skin scent and really dies off at that point. But here's the thing, on my skin, I get a nice scent cloud around me for pretty much the whole longevity of the fragrance, 3-4 hours. Now, if you're on a budget and you want, say, a date night fragrance that's not going to break the bank, say you don't have $80, $90, $100 to spend on a fragrance, but you want that kind of tobacco, vanilla type of vibe, but say you want to spend under $30-$40, this is a good option. Like I said, when it comes to date night fragrances, you don't always need something that is going to last 10-12 hours. If you're just going on a dinner date with your girlfriend or your wife, yeah, this would be perfect for a dinner date. Now, occasions to wear this. Since I only get about 4 hours, and that is in cold weather, I got that kind of longevity. I would say with the DNA this has, I would say I still would not wear this in hot weather of summer because of just how strong that tonka bean comes across as almost vanilla-like. It would most certainly get cloying. But I would say this is going to be a perfect fall, winter, spring type of fragrance. This is going to be more suited towards the evening because it has that dark type of vibe to it, to where you're going to wear it more on date night evenings and save like your other ones for the morning. Do I think you could wear this dressed up? I would say maybe maybe an Oxford and a good pair of jeans, I could not see you wear this, say a black tie cord or a suit and tie. I don't see this as being something I would wear if I had to wear a suit and tie. But, alright, let's give this thing a ranking. Now, for the price, you get a good bang for your buck. I mean, you get what you're gonna kind of expect from a designer fragrance house, lower end designer fragrance house like Banana Republic. That's what I've kind of come to expect from this. I believe this is an eau de toilette. Now, for me, versatility, it's gonna be a straight cooler months type of scent. So it's gonna get a 6 out of 10. Now, as far as longevity and performance, for those 4 hours, I could smell it on myself. And then I had to put my nose to it to where it would just become a skin scent. And all you'd really get is that tonka bean note. But I couldn't smell it on my skin after 5.5 hours. It was dead. So, for what you get in that type of longevity, the projection was not bad at all. So I would say I'm going to give it a 6.5. Now, as far as the price point's spot on. I wouldn't warrant spending $40, $50 on this personally. And that's where the bang for your buck kind of comes through. So price point, if you could find it at a rock store, is spot on. So I would have to give it an 8.5 for the price point. Now for me, in my collection, do I reach for this? Yeah, I reach it if I want to, say, go out or maybe do some grocery shopping in the evening or something. Yeah, I'll reach for it. Give myself a good 4 or 5 sprays. So for me, this is definitely a 6.5 out of 10. If you're on a budget and you want that kind of tobacco DNA, I definitely recommend it. It's going to give you that, it's going to fulfill that need. So this has been my review on Banana Republic Tobacco and Tonka Bean. See you guys in the next one.